everybody. We're here in round number 1, and we are playing against Machete. At least that's how I've learned to pronounce it. Apparently it's very interesting language that they speak. See if we can get any information on this guy. Nope, he's in the clan though, so he can't be that bad of a guy. Sand looks fine on the play. We get Cedar Grove Dancer and a Burnished Heart, and then we can pop the Burnished Heart if we need it for double black the next turn. So I would not like the mulligan. Alright, and he kept. And he went Plains and Go. So as I said, any land drop in the first 3 draws, and we're very happy. Alright, because he's playing what looks like a fairly aggressive deck, I want to play this out as a 2-2 instead of holding it. Because if he is... Alright, so that's not that big of a deal. It's sad, but it works. And we got there on the land. I think I'm just going to play with the Burnished Heart. Hopefully he doesn't have removal for it. And I'll just take 2 off the Harvest Guard. That's not a big deal. The thing I want is I just need to be able to untap with Burnished Heart up. So I can accelerate my mana and fix it. Because I have 2 double black spells and a Vulpine Goliath. It's not like I miss a land drop or anything that would have signaled to him he needed to hit the Burnished Heart, but still. Are you going to attack for 2? No, okay. He's not willing to trade damage. Ugh. The worst, like this card does nothing, because I can't play it on my own guy or his guy. This is a very bad play. I can't cast any of these cards. Man. Killed that Burnished Heart and it got me real good. But I'll just pass. And now he knows that he made the right play. Alright. With the Bolt he bottomed, so he didn't like what he saw. Is he going to come in? Nothing. Jeez. I am very afraid as to what he has. Oh, God. I mean, I just have to pass. I'm considering whether or not that keep was quote-unquote loose. Because I had... Basically, I was all in on the Burnished Heart if I hit a land and I didn't hit land. Which is possible. Yeah, come on in. I'll take 2. Looks like he's going to go land 6-drop or hit something on the draw. Alright, land 6-drop. Okay. Just the big 1/4 flyer. Got it. Alright, so we hit a land, so we can actually play something out of our hand. I think I just want to play the Erebos' Emissary, because it stops the Harvest Guard Alseid. Just gonna cast you regularly. Cast. And then if we can hit a black mana, we can just flash out Dictate whenever. We also have a Bile Blight. If we hit any land, we can throw a Baleful Eidolon on something. Really? You just have everything? Man. You know, sometimes you just have everything, though. I say, why? After he had a total of 2 plays in the first, like, 15 turns. Yeah, no, you got it. Destroy an enchantment. Yep. Yeah. Another Griffin Dreamfinder? And he gets to buy that back? That's disgusting. Now I can't play out my dictate because he could just suit it up at any time. What does that card do? Whenever an enchanted creature deals combat damage to a player. Okay. I don't really see an efficient way of dealing with that, but like I could Bioblight it, but I don't think that's wise. But alright. So next turn, if I hit a land, I can play out a Vulpine Goliath, and at which point he kind of has to start worrying about what I'm doing. You're just attacking with everything, aren't you? Wow. I mean, I'm not going to block, so I'll take 4. But that you just went straight into it. And he has nothing? Okay. Is he afraid I have Asphyxie and he just wanted to tap all of his guys? Like, I really don't understand. Well, I'll attack with the 2/2. To at least be able to see if he has any tricks or anything he wants to try. Nothing? Just taking 2? Alright, I'm just going to play Nessian Game Warden, draw a card off of it, hopefully. Oh, forgot how that card worked. Tap it, untap it. Look at the top 3, take a thing. So I can play that next turn, which will block which will block a Griffin Dreamfinder nicely. But yeah, okay. So I have a way of blocking the Harvest Guard now, unless he plays another enchantment, which he has in his hand. He's going straight to combat. All right, I'll take 2. All right. Well, he doesn't have. I haven't seen anything with convert mana cost 2 or less from him this whole game, so I'm not super upset. And I draw an Oakheart Dryads. If I attack with the Game Warden, he's going to have to block with one of these. I think I'm just fine with that happening. And then if he double blocks and has a trick, and he's like, I'll just 2 for 2 myself, I can flash in Dictate or Bioblight or whatever. And then I can play out Nyx Weaver or Oakheart Dryads, depending on what I have to do, if I have to do anything, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I think I'm just going to attack with the Game Warden, though, because I don't think it's worth attacking with the 2/2 and then flashing in the Dictate, knowing that he has an ability to kill an enchantment at will. -2, -2, yeah. Alright, so we'll attack with the Game Warden. Do we attack with it? Because right now I don't think we really want to be racing him. I guess it depends on what I'm going to play next this turn. I mean, if I'm going to play out... Interesting. So if I attack, he can crack back for 2, 4, 6. Put me to 4, which is then 2 turns away from death on that. He can also just go Bestow onto one of the Dreamfinders, or not Bestow, but use the enchantment he has that we know he has, which is +1/+1. Swing with everything, put me to 3, I'm dead on board. Unless I block, which I really don't want to do. Which will then make me have to use like my Bioblights and stuff. But yeah, I do think I want to get in with the Demolock still. because I have a bunch of different ways I can kill stuff and interact with this stuff right now. So yeah, let's get in with the Game Warden. I don't know what words I said earlier, but they were probably wrong. Also, the Nyx Weaver is really nice against that enchantment because it blocks the enchantment, which means he never deals combat damage to me, which means he never actually gets to do anything about it. Okay. So he's just going to take the 4. If I play out the Nyx Weaver, man, if I had like 1 more mana. Alright, I think I'm going to play out the Nyx Weaver. Or do I could pass. Wait for him to attack. Double block something. No, I don't want to double block because I don't want to lose my Satyr. Like if I had another swamp, I'd be fine because I could just go Nyx Weaver and then leave up double black. I could just play out the Dryads, which blocks just fine. Yeah, I'll play out the Dryads because it blocks if guys on the ground. And then I'll leave up Bile-Blight. That seems right. I mean, I'm signaling for days that I have this Bile-Blight, but... I mean, now in retrospect, I probably should have attacked with the... I probably should have played this first, but I didn't think of the line, so... Alright. And this is where he just plays his enchantment again. Just one of the 3 cards we know he has in hand. It's only 1 white. He'll play it, he'll attack, he'll hit me, he'll kill the Dryads. But I at least get to hold back people for a turn. Oh, Snarecaster? Okay. He's not going to kill the Dryads. He doesn't want to risk the High Priest. That's a really odd line to take by him. I think I just say okay. This is 2, right? Yeah, 2 or less. So the only thing he has is the Snarecaster. Is he planning on killing his Snarecaster and then targeting the High Priest to tap something down again? I think I just pass priority to him. I don't block, pass priority. And then maybe try to get him with a Bile-Blight if he tries to like pump his thing. I think I have to Bile-Blight that, right? Because I don't want to go to 6. And I really don't see Bile-Blight being super useful. I mean, because I really can't afford to go to 6 with him having a board like this and me stupidly attacking with my Game Warden, so. Alright. Let's just go for it. If he has something, he has something. Alright, he didn't. So I just take 2. It also lets me untap. Like, I have no idea what's going on right now. I think I just play out the Nyx Weaver and the Swordwise Centaur. And just try to just get as many things out as I can. The Nyx Weaver can block in the air, unless he wants to spend 2 cards to kill and then buy back the Snarecaster, then I guess I'm fine with that. I guess I could also when I play out the Nyx Weaver, because it's going to give me a trigger on Constellation, I could use that trigger to target the Grovemancer and attack for 3. But then that lets him use his Snarecaster next turn. Because he has 2 cards in hand. We know one of them is the enchantment. So do we want to give him the option? The alternative is we use it on the Game Warden attack. At that point, we have multiple blockers for these two, so I guess we're fine with that. So, all right, let's play the Nyx Weaver. I figured out the line. Eventually. So we play Nyx Weaver, target Game Warden. We attack for 5. He probably chumps. But I guess if we're doing that, then we probably might as well use it on the Grove Dancer. That we were guaranteed to have something big to block with. And if he double blocks to kill it, then we just kill the High Priest. That way he doesn't get the chance to rebuy the Snarecaster. But he wouldn't double block if his plan was to buy back the Snarecaster. There's a lot going into this thought. So if I put on the Game Warden, I can attack for 5. If I put it on this, I can attack for 3. The difference is 2 points of damage. I don't see that change actually changing the clock that much. Okay. So we go on the Grove Dancer, and we attack with it, because it's kind of the most useless thing on the board right now. Alright, so he does have a way of buying back the Snarecaster to tap down, I'm assuming the Nyx Weaver after he does his thing, and blah, 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 blah. Fair enough. So let's untap a land. We'll play out the Swordwise Centaur. And at this point, we might be able to start putting a significant amount of pressure on him next turn. Because we'll take, what, 3 in the air? If he does the play that we think he's going to. And if he just suits... And if he just uses the enchantment in his hand to just target the High Priest and buy back the Snarecaster to tap down Game Warden, then we're probably fine just putting like 2 cards in front of it and killing it. Like that's the only line of play I think he could have. No, he's using none of those lines. He's just going to attack for 4? Or for 2 in the air? Okay. I'll block. Now what does he have? I mean, I have this Asphyxiate, which I've been waiting to use on something really big. Alright, that doesn't do anything, except deal a damage to me. Do you have another... Oh, now he's going to play the enchantment. It's to kill the Nyx Weaver. Alright, that was clever. I didn't see that coming. Oh, and he gets to buy back the Leonin? Okay. Okay. I see where he's going with this. I don't know why he wouldn't made that play. Like, I could totally see him doing it differently. Making it so that a double block is a strictly unfavorable trade, but... Alright, and then it enters the battlefield, and then you target my guy, and my guy dies. Alright. Kind of wanted to put Nyx Infusion or Baleful Eidolon on him, but oh well. Market Festival. So what happens if I attack with everything that's not Voyaging Satyr? He'll probably block. He'll probably eat the 3/2. Run that into that. And then just only do that. He kills one of my guys. He has to sack only one thing. Yeah. That's not great for me. Alright, I think I just have to kill the High Priest right now. And hope he doesn't have, like, multiple enchantments in hand right now. Because that's really, really annoying to deal with. I mean, I can put a Satyr Grove Dancer under this bus, and I can block that incredibly easily. And then next turn, I can start doing stuff. Like, just big attacks. I guess, maybe, possibly. Oh, God. This isn't a good spot. Well, hold on. Let's cancel. If I attack with the Game Warden, and he blocks, then I can just asphyxiate that and not have to worry about him buying back, I think. And it gets something off the board. Because I'm going to kill that anyway, so yeah, let's just try to get in for some damage. And see if I can reduce his board now. I have to remember this is game 1 and I am 5 minutes behind on the clock, so I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. I'm basically just trying to comment and think things out loud, which slows down the process because I have to come up with reasoning for the plays I want to make and not just, play by my gut. Typically, I'm a couple minutes slower than my opponent, but not, a good 5 minutes at this point. So yeah, so the game plan is attack with the Game Warden, see if he blocks with the Snarecaster, or even like double blocks or something weird. If he does double block, then I'll put 2 onto that, 2 onto that, and then I'll just use the Nyx Infusion to get those 2 dead. And if he even just like double blocks like here and here, I guess that's fine too. Or here and here, I guess that's fine as well. Like, I'm not super worried about how he double blocks. I don't think I am, at least. I think I am actually worried. I think I also attack with the Grove Dancer. Yeah. Because if he just puts that on that and says, okay, fine, whatever, then I can just Nyx Infusion it out instead of having to use my Asphyxiate. And then that also takes this out of double blocks, which makes double blocking this better. He could just choose to ignore it and take the 2 and do the really good double block that I see. But we'll see what he does. The main issue is we don't have any way of dealing with flyers in the deck, except for removing them. And Bioblade's really good against multiples of a card, except for if they have 4 toughness. 4 toughness is tough to deal with. Ba-doom-tsh. So let's see what he does here. I mean, he could just take 6, at which point I just go Asphyxiate, Pray. Alright. That's fine. I will take that. Gave you the chance. Do you have a God's Willing? You don't. Haha. I literally have nothing else I can do, so pass the turn. So if he does attack with the Forgeborn Oreads, we're just putting stuff in front of it. Hopefully we're just going to 5 here. Wow, nothing. Our red splash is here. Perfect. It actually does let us play a Vulpine Goliath. But it also lets us Does it let us attack with the Game Warden? Yeah, if we attack with the Game Warden and he double blocks, then we can Nix Infusion to take out the Dreamfinder, which will leave him with just the one. We can actually just attack with the Game Warden and the Dryads, because if he wants to kill the Dryads, he has to block with the Oreads. He can't double block effectively. Well, he can, I guess, but... Do I want to suit up something with a Baleful Eidolon? Like if I put a Baleful Eidolon on the Game Warden, then he can't double block. He has to triple block to kill it. Yeah, let's do that. Or not. Let's attack with these three. See how he blocks and what he does. No, attack with these two, we'll see how he blocks. And then we might flash and Dictate, we might Nix Infusion something, we might just play out the Vulpine Goliath. Because if he goes with the double block the Nessian Game Warden, then we can flash and Dictate. Actually, that doesn't really work, because he'll just sacrifice the thing with the damage on it, probably. So I won't be able to Nix Infusion. Huh. This is very interesting. Maybe I should have put Baleful Eidolon on the Swordwise Centaur. I think I'm just going to attack with the Game Warden, though. I think that's the only good attack I have at the moment. Because then if he double blocks, I can Nix Infusion to kill a Dreamfinder, and I get 2 cards off the board for 2 cards. Really interesting to note, I haven't found a spot in this game, even though there wasn't like a ton of pressure or anything, to play out a Market Festival or a Dictate of Erebos in a way that was effectively, good. So that's something to note for the future. I could play Nix Infusion on my Oakheart Dryads, make into a 4/4. But I think I'd rather just get out of Vulpine Goliath right now, because that puts a ton of pressure on him next turn. Especially then I can play out the Nix Infusion and basically have like numerous threats coming at him that are huge. So let's do that. Now he's wondering what the red splash is. Titter, 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 titter. And, oh wow, he scooped. Okay, good. Fun fact, as soon as I drew the Chromanticore, I could have played it that turn with this mana setup. Because I would have went 1, 2, 3, 4, played Market Festival, tapped the mana, untapped the land, tapped the mana, Chromanticore. And that would have been awesome. I don't think I would have been able to bestow it unless I had one more, but... Alright, game 1. Way behind on the clock, so I have to play efficiently from here on out. He really didn't have that much. He kind of looked like he had a bad version of the deck that we saw going by. So I think I'm just going to resubmit it and just see what we can do. My commentary starts being terrible, then first off, thank you for thinking my commentary isn't terrible all of the time. And second off, thank you. This is a keep, I think. Especially on the draw, because I can go Voyaging Satyr into a, something. And if I hit Fixing, then I'm in a really good spot for Chromanticore. Like, the nut would be to draw Market Festival, because then I could get like a turn 4 Chromanticore. Haven't hit it yet, though. I still have one more draw step. Actually, I could have Chromanticore and Nyxweaver on turn 5. Or no. turn 4. No. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me. Yep. You get in for 1. Good job. And a Winged Seed Rider, huh? That's pretty good. All right, I'm going for it. All right. So let's suit that guy up. And then next turn I'll play Chromanticore. And the dream will have been accomplished. We will have gotten there, indeed. Sadly, he's making a big Winged Seed Rider, so that's bad for us, but... Well, we can play out Chromanticore, and then the next turn give it a Baleful Eidolon, so it has Vigilance, First Strike, Trample, Death Touch, Lifelink. You know, because it needed another keyword. Yeah, I'll go to 15. Hopefully the guy gets a laugh out of the Chromanticore, and he doesn't, like, rage out. I would have been tempted if he had played out a 4-drop, but not today, sir, not today. Let's do this and this. We'll untap it. Then we will retap it for this and this. Wait. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't have enough to... Oh, I can play the Baleful Eidolon and then suit it up with Chromanticore this turn. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think that's how I want to do it. The issue is I get totally blown out by a removal spell if he plays it. I mean, I have to do it, though. This gives me 2 Chromanticores, basically. Alright. Cast Baleful Eidolon. Tap a Swamp. Whoops. Cast with Bestow on that. Chromanticore. Yes! Oh, it's happening! It's happening! The turn 4 Chromanticore bestowed on something. The dream is real, folks. The dream is indeed real. This is when he goes like destroy target enchantment or banishing light or something and makes me really, really sad. But at the same time, I don't care. We got there. We got the turn 4 Chromanticore bestowed on something. Market Festival and Voyaging Satyr are really good together, everybody. Just so you know. All right, let's see what happens. Is this just Shattered Paws, or does he have 3 different cards in hand that all deal with the Chromanticore, and he's trying to find the best way of taking the poor thing out? Yes! We got there! Oh my god. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sure your subscription, all 50 some odd of you, has paid off by being able to see this glorious video. Oh god. That is fantastic. All right. Thank you everybody for watching, and hopefully we can have more fun with this insane deck in round 2.